what's up YouTube? It's your pal Moonstone, and I actually never thought I'd do a video like this, but my friend said,
"Hey, watch this short video."
I was like, you know what? It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. So, here I am. Before I get onto that, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and a big shout out to the user Infinite for commenting. I love your new fursuit head, because this one took a while to make than my other one, but I'm loving this one because it's much more professional, and has a lot more features my other one doesn't have. So, okay, onto the video. So, as the title says, this is how I came out with autism. Now, this video isn't going to be scripted like my other videos are, because this one is just going to come directly from the heart. Now, my whole life, I've always felt sort of the same. Yeah, same as everyone else. I feel like everyone was just like me. I never really felt like out of place. I didn't feel that till around 3rd grade. I know it sounds kind of weird because you're probably thinking,
Wait, aren't you supposed to feel different?
and I did. I just never questioned me being different from everyone else. Just not as often as other people may have. So around the age of 3rd grade, that's when I started to see things that were a little off. Lots of the other kids weren't as hyper or active as I was, or did the same things I did. And the other grades below 3rd grade, they usually did, but this time it was really different. But I sort of just shrugged it off and decided, hey, it'll change next year. But when we reached 4th grade, well, that's when I started to realize that something was a little off with me. I mean, everyone was acting a lot different, but I was still pretty much acting the same that I was in my other grades. The only difference was I was better at math, science, and other school junk. So that was around the time when I started, I don't know how to put this. Okay, I'm just going to put this in the lightest way I can. I started feeling mild depression. I didn't play as much. I ate the same, but I kind of isolated myself from the other kids. And my teachers and my parents started to notice that, and they constantly asked, "Hey, Min, are you okay?" Or, "Hey, Min, don't you want to play with the other kids?" And I would be like, "No, they don't like the same games as I do anymore." And I was also like, "No, I don't think they like me anymore." And that feeling stuck with me for a long time. I'm serious. I literally felt like I didn't belong anymore, and I never thought I would have that feeling. But like I said, that didn't happen until 4th grade, so it took a while, a long while. After that, when I started isolating myself, I started getting into stories. I would just pull a random book off the shelf and get lost in those pages for hours, and this was when I got on to drawing. I'm obsessed with drawing. I don't think I'll do it for a living, but I do like to do it in my spare time. And I would draw silly things, whatever came to mind. There was this one superhero I created after I saw the Captain Underpants books and saw the Captain Underpants movie. And this guy was called Dumb Man. He was basically a superhero comic character I drew that wore underwear on his head and a jean jacket thing as his upper suit part, and his lower part of the suit was just swim shorts, and he wore shoes that mismatched. So yeah, he was my superhero character, and I drew him a lot. And I started handing out comics of him to my class, and they all loved it. But that was until my teacher caught onto it and said,
"Sorry, ma'am, this isn't school appropriate."
and she just grabbed all of them and just tore them up and just threw them in the recycling bin. But I saw her reading one that she didn't tore up, and she giggled. It's obvious she liked it too. I'm pretty sure she just tore them out because I was getting too famous, more famous than her. So anyway, that was about how the time I figured out that I was different, but the trigger wasn't actually pulled until 5th grade. My mom was going on this humongous trip to another country because her sister was dying. They literally had a doctor appointment set up for when she would be put down because she just couldn't go on that much anymore. So, Mom, I'm gonna call her Lily. I'm gonna call her Lily. Or should I call her Mom? Should I call her Lily or Mom? I don't know. But anyway, I'll just call her Mom. Mom went on a trip for a week, and we stayed with our aunt and uncle, me and my twin brother and my little sister. And when she came back, had a bunch of souvenirs for us because she was never away that long. This was the first time that she was away for a long time. The very first time. The very first. And she gave us a lot of souvenirs. She gave me a really cool sparkly necklace thing. 2 of them, actually. And she gave my sister a cool music box. And my little sister a bunch of stuffed animals. By a bunch, I mean 2. They were based off of animals that lived there. And for me, the next gift she gave me was a coffee mug. And it said, I'm autistic and I am proud. Or something like that. I can't remember what saying more because it was the kind of coffee mug that stickers on them that said that. And stickers just disintegrated in the washing machine. And by washing machine, I mean dishwasher. And I was like, Mom, what's that word mean? And she's like,
Oh, that's your disability.
sweetie. I'm like, I knew it. I knew it was different. I knew something was wrong with me. I'm disabled, but how? And that's when Mom explained everything about autism to me, every single bit. And I felt really confused and kind of sad. But later on was when I actually started doing research on it. And that was when I finally started to accept who I was. And I'm still proud of that. And that's one of the main reasons why I started this channel. So now to the main point of the video. Coming out with autism. I really don't think I needed to. I think I made this over dramatic when I did. But like I said, I have those feelings in the back of my head saying, hey, I'm different. I have to admit to everyone or else the whole world's going to explode into a pile of gas. I know the world was actually going to explode in a pile of gas, but that's what I felt like back then. So I organized today that I would go to my friends at recess and say, hey guys, did you know I'm different? And they would be like, yeah. And I would say, okay, I'm autistic. Please don't hate me. And my brain said there'd be two ways that would end. The first way would be that, oh, I know you're different. You're crazy. We're leaving. And they would just walk off. But my second idea of how it would end would be like, oh, we're here for you. We're here for you. We care about you. It's okay. But it didn't end any of those ways. I felt kind of embarrassed because I feel like the way it ended would have been too obvious. So I walked up to them and said, hey guys. And they said, yeah, Moon. And I'm like, you guys know I'm different, right? And they're like, yep, that's why you're fun. And I was actually kind of flattered by that. I never thought of myself as the fun guy, but they thought so. That they really made this a lot easier. So I was like, guys, they're like, yeah, you know, autism is? And they're like, well, yeah, I heard of it. And the other guy was like, I think so. And the third friend was like, yeah, I've heard of it. Why? And I'm like, I have autism. And they're like, well, that's cool. It's cool to see you have a special need or disability. Or they said something like that. And I was like, you're not mad at me for it? And they're like, no, why would we be mad at you? You're still you. Now come on, want to play hide and seek? And that's basically how it went. And I made more friends along the way. Half of them just figured out on their own. The other half just asked, hey, are you autistic? Because you seem like it. Because I wear headphones a lot. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And they're like, okay. So I really feel like I made a small big deal about it, but that's the way it felt inside my brain. So I honestly feel like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be here today expressing it. And I'm really glad I am. Well, guys, that's all for today's video. I hope it helped you. And if you guys have autism and trying to come out, don't worry about it. People are here for you, and there's always going to be someone who cares. There's always going to be someone who cares about you. It doesn't matter if you're different, disabled, or what. You're you. That's all that matters. Okay, guys, until we meet again, peace. See you later. Bye.